So the last time I was going through the reports, there is few more reports which needs to be completed. I'll go through them first. So last time we have gone through the interactive report, interactive grid, and the classic report. So just to summarize, classic report was just a simple report. There was no particular search, but however, we can download that report in our local desktop in the form of only Excel when it comes to the classic report. But we cannot search, but we cannot perform any kind of search in classic report.
Yeah, right.
In interactive report, we had a facility to search and also we had an action button where we can do multiple kind of stuffs like aggregation and highlighting of some value. We can also download it into 234 formats. Like we can do it in the CSV, we can do it in HTML, we can do as XML, and also we can send mail from the interactive report. Similar, we also had a facility where we can do the breakdown of the chart, like breakdown from some department number, and by that you will get the whole report out of that.
Right. Yeah.
And the last one which we got through was an interactive grid. In this, we had the feature where we can see the report as well as edit the report at the same time.
Right. Yeah.
So both of the features was in this interactive grid. Now we had something like perinated search. This is the new feature which came up in 20.1 this release. It was not there even in the 19.1 and the previous releases.
Okay.
So let me go to this. So as of now, this is the same where it gives a page number and we have to give a page name for that. I'm giving something page name, whatever we want. And again, I am not attaching any navigation menu bar for that. So it is none, do not associate, and then it is next. Now here we have the same thing. We will take it from a local database, the table, and the table schema is XXB Pro. I am taking a table from here. I am taking a EMP table. Now here is the two things here. If you see display as a report or display as a card.
Sure.
What this means is when I say display as a report, so it will be like the one which you can see in the screen. It is a report, but the feature is in the okay. Let me show it. I'll show both this report and card. So first we are clicking on report and we are seeing as report first. Let me click on the create button. Okay. Unique ID violated. Why it is violated? Okay, let me create this. Okay, might be some problem in that table. Okay, so here this is a fascinated search. If we run the page, if you will see this. Okay, fascinated search is something like in the I think there is some issue with this table. It should not be like this. Okay. Okay, so if you can see this, here is a facilitated search. The facilitated search means in the top we'll have in the left hand side we'll have a search button which we can search all the results in the table. Then we will have a reset button which is in the right hand side of the top of the corner, and we will have the report, the normal classic kind of report whatever we have. So in this search we can again search the same thing, whatever the word we want, whatever the record we are looking for. Once we want to reset it, we will go and click on this reset button. It would be resetted, and the report would be seen in the in the main screen. Okay. So if we see the if we see the layout, so here is the search that we can see here, and we have the button bar. This button bar is nothing but the reset button, whatever we are having here. This is the button bar, and then we have the result search. This is the layout of the search. So we have the layout at the down. Sorry, we have the layout at the middle of the screen. Again, in the search screen, if we in the search result column, if we click, we can see all the three columns over here. In the button bar, we had a button region, and inside the button region, we have only one button, that is the reset button.
Yeah.
And we had the search search screen toolbar as there. So if you want to, this is the report for fascinated search. Now, if you want to change the layout of the page, it is also possible. If we drag this search from the button bar and in the middle, so what will happen now? The reset would be in the top, then the search, and then the result. That means the value of my columns will be in the last. But the problem over here will be it will leave the space, because in the layout we can see the space in the right hand side is left. So we have the reset, we have the search, and then we have the page values. It could be done either way. If you want to keep the reset button at the last or reset button at the down, that also is possible. I want to keep it at the toolbar, and then so we can see the reset button is on the top down. So what I'm trying to tell, like, all these things are possible, and the facilitated search main thing is in that same page we'll have a facility to search, which is there with the other with the other interactive grid as well. But this is a kind of a layout which gives me in the facilitated search. That's it. Now let us go and create one more search. In the fascinated search, there was something like card. So let me go and create that card. We had something like card over here. So just now what we have done it with is the report. The same is the card. See the card. Uh, card column. Okay. The card, this kind of development we'll do, and if we have the dashboard to show, so this would be very much easy and very much attractive at the dashboard. So what this does, this will give a summarize of the picture, like what is the so it will just give the department name over there in our screen, but it would be like a card structure in a block that it will be showcased. So if we see here, let me run and show you. So if you can see here, we had 10 account, we have 20 account. These two accounts is only shown there in my database. So it is showing us here as a card. So these kind of things we will do it in the dashboard when we create.
Okay.
So
What happens if you click on the accounting?
what happens if I
Click on the accounting.
no, no, no. This is not clickable because this is only a report. We have to link
Okay.
it
Okay.
by some other by writing some JavaScript. We have only search and just layout of that. The layout in the sense the report because this is a report, not an linking.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah. So
And
this is something like card. Yeah.
and then you said this is available only in 20.1. So before back in 19.1, this kind of cards report was not possible.
Yeah, it was not possible from the report directly itself. We have to do either from some plugins or we have to do it from the graphs. When we create a graph, we have this card thing. We have to do it from there. Uh,
Okay.
what I mean to say is, if you click on the page, and here in the page, if you click on charts, in the charts, if you click on the card, we have something here. Um, this is about bubble. Okay, they have removed the card from this from the um, card from this
Version.
graph page, and they kept it in the uh, here. That means in the report.
Okay.
That is only the difference. But at that the in the earlier version it was possible, but either from there or from the report. Means plugin.
Okay.
That was a difference. Okay, Chandra, you are back. So Chandra, did you get it? Actually, I just explained to the different kind. There were two things in the fascinated search. This is the card that I am showing you now, and the other was as a report.
Okay.
So did you get that report or you were not there?
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so this was about the fascinated search. Now, now let me go with the list we really don't require. The column toggle report and reflow region is more or less same. Let me go and create it. So here we will do it again as an we'll give the name of the page and no bar, no navigation menu. Again, I'll take some table. Okay, I will take the department table and I will click on create. I'll run the search. Okay, so this is for the column toggle report. This is how it looks like. We have the title name in the starting, and then we have the columns. The columns here will show what all columns we have, and if we don't want to see the column, we'll just uncheck, and if you want to see the columns that will be checking up. So this is what it tells the column toggle. It would be easy for us to search. That's it. Okay. So that was whatever we created just now was the column toggle report. So where we can select and unselect any of the columns from that, and it will be easy for us to know which column we are looking for. The other one is the reflow region report. Let me go through that. This is also again a simple report, mm, nothing specific for this report as well. But the layout is obviously different. That is why they kept this many kind of report in the um, structure. So this is the reflow. This is the reflow report. We'll again have the region at the starting with the reflow, and then it is just like the classic report. But the layout is little bit different from the classic report. Here I want to show one thing. In the template we had more or less every time as in standard. So if you see here the report, okay, I have shown the alert region, right? So we have the template. The template as an alert I have seen shown here, but here we have different as well. So I guess I have gone through, but again it is the same. Like if I keep it as a collapsible, then I will get it in a one arrow only where I can collapse it and show it. If we keep it as an hero, last time I think I have gone through this hero. It will just show me as an hero outlook where it will be a normal one. Okay. So if I keep it as um, blank with attributes, then the grid would not be the grid would be not be shown in that means the region in the top that I have just written would not be shown. So, so if we want, so what I'm trying to tell you is like if you want to change the page structure, which something like which would be there in the different layout that we have to select. But if you want to change the layout of the page itself after creating of a report, then we have to go and check these different kinds of templates, whatever is available. So if you see this button container, let me show this. Okay. Okay, can you see this? This was the carousel a container. That means if I have something here, I have this image in the starting and I want to go and see for the next image. I will click on here and it will go for the next image. Something like whatever we can see in our new application, in a modern application. It goes to one after the other. So this is something like carousel theme of the page. So all those kind of template you can see it here. Okay, so this is what I am trying to tell. If you want to change anything in the layout, we need not to write code exactly for that. I think it will be already present over here. Okay. Now we had one more report to be completed. This is the last report. That is report with forms. Okay. So let me go and create this report this form. So report these forms can be of three different types. Either we want to go for an interactive report, interactive grid, and a classic report. Because we have three mainly kinds of reports that is there. So let me go with the interactive report because we'll have a better picture. Now we have two blanks over here. One is for the report name and one is for the form name, because here we are creating two pages at a time. We are creating a report as well as we are creating a form. So these are having different page number also as well. My report is having page number 28 and this is having 29. Okay. So let me keep my report name first. Okay, and the rest would be the same. Now, if I click on next, again the same thing, and it asks me the data source. My data source, my table, which table I want to do it for this. So I'll keep my EMP table. I'll click on next. It asked me to select a primary key for this, as because if you are now we have a form, not only the report. So in the report we need not require this primary key because we are not doing any DML or DDL operation over here. But when we are going for a form, it requires a primary key as we are looking for doing something, some DDL or DML operation. So either we can create a primary key from the table itself if we have, or if we don't have a primary key from the table itself, then we can go from a row ID, which is inbuilt. The Oracle is going to handle it from the backend itself. And I click on the create button. If I run this, okay, so this is my report. This is a normal report, whatever we have seen earlier. Now the difference is here we are getting a edit button, which we didn't get it in our interactive report previously. This only came when we are doing it with interactive grid with forms as a report. This was there, not like this picture. We could directly edit it in the field in the interactive grid. Okay. So here when we click, we can actually edit the values over in the database. So when I'm clicking over here, you can see this, all the values is coming over here. We have the EMP number, we have the e-name, we have job description, whatnot and what for. Okay. If I change anything, if I change my commission to the 600 and I click on the apply changes, changes would be applied. If I want to delete the entire record itself, I click on the delete button and cancel to go back in my previous screen. Let me click on the apply button. So this is going to change my value. If I create on the create button, it will again redirect me to the same page. So if you see this, my edit is linking me back to the page number 29. Okay. Now, if I want to click create a new, if I am clicking on the create button, it is also redirecting with the page of 29. Only the value is blank over here. And now the page is coming as with the create button. Previously, when we came from the edit portion, it came it as an apply, delete and cancel. How is possible? We have only kept a condition where if an employee number is null, then it will come as a new screen. If the employee number is not null, then those three buttons will come and it will fetch the existing records, whatever we have in the screen. This cancel is common for both of the page. Okay. So this was as we have selected interactive report, so everything is same as an interactive report. Everything. Only the thing what is changed was this edit button, which will redirect me to the form of this page for this report. So by this we have completed the reports, all the reports in our section. So we have completed the interactive report. Great, fascinated search, classic reports, reports with forms, class list view we really don't require, column toggle report, and the repro report. So these were the kind of reports that we have in our system.
If you go to the previous screen, like I thought saw one master detail, something like that.
Sure, sure.
Master detail report.
Yeah, this is the master detail report. This one is the master detail report, where we. So you are talking about this, right?
No, no,
You
no, 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 no. Go to the previous one.
okay?
There you see that master detail. Yeah,
Right, right.
yeah. What exactly is that? Oh, yeah, that's a page.
Yeah, this is again a different kind of like reports. We have a master detail as well, where we will have a child and master detail linked to it. That means if we have suppose when we have two tables like employee and the DPT department number, employee and department table, where the employee department is tagged to the department number, right? Where I'm telling like the child and the parent relationship, where we have those kind of reports, we can do it directly from this master detail. We'll come to that, Prashant, where we will have master and detail page. If you click on the master, the child would be collapsible. We can see what is the child record for that master record. So that is
Okay, got you.
the
Yeah,
detail.
got
So as of now, we are in report. So these are the kind of report whatever we have done. Any questions? No questions? Very good. We don't have any questions. We'll go back. We will come on the forms now. So forms basically there in interactive report, as we have interactive grid, interactive classic report, and interactive grid. There is nothing such kind of forms over here. We have very form is only a form where we'll have a basic form at the starting. The second is the shit, yeah, where we have the basic form at the starting. The second is the interactive grid with the form. Then we have a report with the form. The report is a form is again nothing but whatever we have seen in the earlier thing, where we can create a report with a form with either an interactive report, classic report, or an interactive grid. We have list form view with a form. Again, this is not needed, and form on a local procedure. If we have written some procedure and we want to create a form out of that, then we'll go for this form on a local procedure. Let us go and create a simple form and let us see how to do a form. So this is my form. First of all, going before a form, let me show you. Let me do one thing. So let us go to a table where we have department table. In the department table, we have department number, dname, and location. Okay. What I will do now, I will create a form with these three columns. We'll create a form from ourselves, and we will insert the values in this form from ourselves only. Because whatever the form which we are seeing here, I will show the difference. What is the difference between the form that we create from the inbuilt feature and the page that we created. Let us quickly go and create our form first. We'll take a blank page because as of now we don't want anything. We are doing a custom form. Okay, our blank page is ready. Now let us go and create a region. This region name can be anything. Now I have created my region. Now let me go and create three of the attributes to insert into a table, which is department number, department name, and location. So I will create three attributes now. I will click on the page. So P department number. So I'll click on this P31 department number, and this would be a textual, but I will change it from the floating to the normal one. I am going to create another field, which is department name. And again, I am going to keep it from the floating to the normal one. And I am going to click on create the third one, that is the location. And I am going to change it again from this to optional. And I have saved this my changes. Now I will create a button for this, because this is going to submit the values, whatever the values I am going to give. So this is my name, submit button. It is only a text. I'll keep it as hot. It is the submit page. Okay, save. Now I am going to write a process with these three. Why we are doing this, we'll come to know. What is the difference between the custom report to be written and the whatever the default report we have? So now I am going into my process, and I am going to write it after processing. I create a process. My process is not a new, but after submit. It is a PLSQL code only. There is no region, so that is fine. A local database, right? Now the values required. So So let see this thing, which is important. We have written a PLSQL block that is just nothing but just begin end, and I am inserting into my table of DPT with the values. Now I have my three columns. That is DPT number, whatever we have created now, P31 DPT number, DPT name, and location. But to capture the values from that item, we will keep colon here. Okay. This is mandatory. If you don't keep the colon here, the this is the syntax of to for this Oracle Apex to understand that we want to capture the runtime value of the item when we are submitting the page. Okay, so by doing this, we make it understand like we want to capture the value of in the runtime. Okay, and I click on OK. I save this, and now I'm running my page. So what we first created a region. We created three of the items in our page, and the three items was P31 new, P31 new, P32 new, something like that, which we changed it to the particular name, like standard, and then we have written one of the PLSQL code just to insert this value into the table. Okay. Now let me give some department name or department number of 30. I guess it is not there. Let me just query this to understand. Okay, we have only two as of now, 10 and 20. Let me keep this as a 30. Department name as an something there, and location as India, and I click on submit button. Okay. Now now the page is redirecting to the same thing because we have only one page. But basically, if you want to redirect it again to the second or the third page, as I was showing the last time, we can do it. Now let us go and see if the value is inserted or not. Yeah, if you can see, my value has been inserted into the table now with the department number as 30. Okay. So this is how we are going to create a custom report where I'll keep my values. I will create a submit button. If I want, I can create a reset button or delete button. But my delete button will not be here. It will be in the report itself, directly in my report, where I'll delete the records whatever I have created. Okay. Now, if I go to my page, we can see here we have my columns, my attributes, whatever I can see in my screen, and I have my processing. In the process, we can see what exactly we are doing it. Okay. This is the custom form. Now let me go and create a form that is inbuilt from the Oracle Apex itself. So we'll click on form. My page name would be anything. Is asking me the branch to have on submit and go to the cancel on submit. These pages should be already there in before we are creating a form, because if you see here, uh, this is the form that I have created, but on click on the submit button, which page to be redirect, it should be already present in our application. And if I have a cancel button, and if I click on the cancel button, it should redirect to me which page. It should also be there. So for both of them, I am keeping as a home page as of now. Let me keep as one. After submit also it will go to the home page, and if I click on the cancel also, it's going to go in my home page. So I kept as one both for both of them. Okay. I click on next. I have no navigation bar as of now. Again, it came with a table, and I am keeping the same table whatever insert we have done into. So the department table. And next. It again asks me for a primary key. If I am having a primary key, I'll choose a primary key from my table. If I don't have a primary key, I will choose go with a row ID. And I will click on create. Now my page is created. Now if you see here, what I am trying to show, see this. Here I have the columns that we have also created of department number, department name and location with this row ID. Okay. This row ID is hidden because we are performing everything in this row ID, and then we have this buttons, the cancel, delete, save, create. Okay. Now, if you come to the processing, if you see this process, this is a default process. Okay. In this default process, it is the form automatic row processing DML operation that they are doing. But you cannot see the exact piece of SQL, PLSQL code that is written behind this form. So if you want to do any manipulation at the time of the insert or delete when we are doing it in this form, which is not possible. So for those in those scenario, you have to go for a custom form and you have to write your own code and your own PLSQL piece of code to do all sorts of changes over there. If you want to do it after you have inserted into the table some processing, that is possible. But what piece of code is exactly written behind this DML operation, that we cannot see because that is an encrypted way which Oracle Apex has inside it. Okay. If I run this, again there you can see this is the same thing whatever was the form previously, and if you create again it is going to insert the data into my table. So now I am keeping the value as 40, and then I have my dname as um, and location as Africa, and I click on the create. Now, after I click on the create, it went to the page number 1. As you see, I have redirected my page after the submit button to 1, and as well in the cancel button to 1 as well. So it redirected me default over there. Now, if I run this, I can see my fourth record 40 has got inserted into the table. Okay, and the layout would be the same as we can see here. This is the layout, the with the department number, DPT name and location with these buttons, and the create button along with the processing that was created at that time when the page is getting created. Any questions,
I'm good.
Chandra?
Good.
Okay. Okay. So here one main thing what we just saw is like to capture any value you have to keep colon and then that item name that we have written. Okay, the item name and the display column, the display name is different. Okay. What I mean to say, if we have seen our custom form, okay. What I mean to say, if we have seen our item that we have created here we have written P31 department number, but to show in the screen it was department number. So we are not going to take this value. We have to take this value every time to do any kind of processing in the backend. Okay, now let us go to the different form. See, the main important in this is the this blank page, reports, forms, detail, charts, Calendar is not required. Tree. Now all the data loading is one more important. So we not take this many times to go each and every feature. Some of the features like calendar, dashboard, legacy page, this will take very less time. But the form data loading, these are the important which I want you to make it very sure like you are very comfortable with these features. Now let me go to the second one. That is the editable interactive grid. Interactive grid is nothing but whatever we have seen in the same report, we can do the editing as well as we can insert and see the report as well. Now the page name. Again, it will ask me for a primary key or something. Oh, okay, okay. It will not ask me from a primary key because here we have a row selector and an action button which is there by default. So this is the reason it didn't ask me from a primary key in the interactive grid. So this is the same report whatever we have seen in our interactive grid when we are doing the report. This is just this that they kept this feature in the form as well. The form with the interactive grid because we have a form and the interactive grid over here as well. If we click on the arrow, we can create any of the records. If we want to edit it, then we'll go for some particular value and just click on the edit. Actually, this is now showing, that is why it is not. So let me delete this record and let me. Okay, now I am able to edit it with some department number, D name, and location. And if I do it, I am able to save as well. Changes is saved. So this is the same thing whatever we have seen in our interactive grid. The same feature. Okay. That was the interactive grid. Then again we have a report with the form. Just now that is the same whatever we have seen in the report section. But just let me show you. It is the same thing. Again, it is an interactive report or an interactive grid or a classic report, and it's asking for a page number or the page name. Bar, and then again the data sources and the same thing. So it is just basically the same thing whatever we have done just now. That is in the form. So in the form, as a form, there is nothing much. There is only one form, that is either you can go for an interactive grid form or you want to go for a form or a report with a form. So these are the three things basically what is there in the form. Okay. This is the form we really don't require any time. As of now, I haven't come with a scenario where we have to do a list with the form. And form with the local procedure we can do. If we have a procedure ready, which will display as form to insert some values uh, into the backend screen. Okay. So this is all about form. In our, we are done with the reports and form. Are we good till here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I will wind up the session today here itself because I don't want to go everything today. So I'll tomorrow go with the master details and charts because master detail again is just a one simple master detail. These are the different styles. This is the stat or the side by side or the drill down. These are the different styles of the master detail, but that is the same way where we create a master detail. So this is just only one simple 15 minutes or just 10 minutes. Okay, then we have charts. So we'll go after master details charts tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.